All right, welcome to episode 8, Folk It. Back here
Yeah.
with Tim. We're going to talk about stuff from last weekend fight, and then we're going to AI and job hunting.
Has it been 8 episodes already?
I'm up to 8.
Dang.
Yeah, you're like half of them, and then you did a solo yesterday for 7.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah, I mean, the fight, I had a housewarming,
Yeah,
um, and we were watching a fight, and yeah, so I mean, a couple of things, right? Like, I mean, I was really happy about the Paramount news. I was like, hey, $12. I personally, I think Paramount got a really bad deal. Like somehow Dana White just kind of sold them on, okay, like it's a like they got these type of audience, and I mean,
my guess
if
is
you,
Trump helped, right? Like Trump probably
yeah,
backdoor talked to Paramount and was like, "Hey, they need a new deal. UFC needs a new deal."
yeah,
That was
I
part of
imagine. Yeah, I mean, you think about like UFC sponsors, right? Toyo Tires, Manscaped, like
it.
whatever movie that was coming out that week is like about fighting. Like, and if you go to a show, you're looking at people just like I don't think those are the same people that are watching what's in Paramount right now. I don't
Yeah. Yeah,
like
probably not. It's a good deal though for us though because we don't have to worry about that pay-per-view stuff anymore.
right.
Paramount's a much easier subscription. I already have it.
Yeah, and Dana White kind of sold them that too. They were like, "Oh yeah, like he had the president saying, "Okay, we're gonna do away with pay-per-view," and then the very next day, Dana White's like, "Oh wait, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no."
right, right. Hold on. Let me just walk that back. We might
Yeah.
get some extra pay-per-views too.
Yeah, thank you for the 12 billion, but um
It's not
we're
enough.
still gonna do pay-per-views for the really good ones, like the one that's gonna you want to pay money to watch, but those you still have to pay money to watch those fights.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that a little bit because this last weekend, 319 was the biggest event, the most exciting, I thought, for the main event. I can't think of many that I would pay per like are they do they have any stars big enough to do that? To go from Paramount to pay-per-view? Like
Yeah.
is there anybody cuz Duplessis, he was not that big of a star.
Yeah, if the one I could think closest is if O O'Malley kind of had the run and not get bumfucked.
Yeah, but
Like he would have been a star. Like, but he just kind of
he
he
got
hit a
hurt.
wall, and
Yeah.
that was that.
It's the wrestlers, man. The wrestlers ruined their whole pay-per-view model. I mean, really, this Paramount thing is saving them. I mean, not that watching the wrestlers is bad, but think like you can end up with a main card like the one
Uh,
we had every fight with these wrestlers. Like,
yeah,
and I turned it off. Like we were
yeah,
texting during the fight, but at the end of the fourth round, I was like, I know the fifth round. There is no reason to watch. Click. And I should have done that in like round two. Like in round one, you could see the look on DDP's face. Like he
yeah,
no answer.
yeah,
No. It was only if, Chimaev decided to take a risk and why take a risk? You can be champion just by, dry humping the guy.
yeah.
So hey, it is
And I
what it
felt
is.
like it didn't hurt the DDP's ego as well. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like if I were to lose, I could see myself losing this way, and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Styles make fights, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the we just saw DDP had no answer for that style. Like
yeah,
he could not, and other people I felt like that were more well-rounded than him, like traditional MMA, they at least could have put up a fight. There was no fight from DDP. Like it never once occurred to me at the beginning of the round he might score a lucky shot. And
yeah.
like
He got a couple in. He got a couple in.
at the in the fifth round, I think it was just I watched the replay. Like I never even made it that far.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that great.
So now
Like,
how do you sell the pay-per-view, right? Because that's to me, there are certain divisions that are pay-per-view. Light heavyweight is one of them. 205 and 185 are it's 185, right? It's 170, 185, 205. So 185 and 205, you can get the most knockouts. 155 is always a banger because those dudes are like 5'10. They're taller, so it doesn't look like bantamweight or the flyweights. So 155 they can go all day and they're super skilled. So that's exciting division. And then 185 and 205 are the knockout divisions where there's still some skill. It's like not heavyweight where they gas out and it gets boring.
yeah.
So what do you do? And the one guy that I think could do it is Chama, um, Pereira.
Yeah. It's
He's, he's popular.
like I think all those guys, it's just like it's really hard to for me to be invested. Like, yes, like we already know like UFC has the top skills in fighting, right? But it's hard for me to even care about these guys besides that they're good at fighting, you know? Like you think about like back then when you have Cody Garbrandt, like you have something to that kind of gets you excited about the fight,
You have
you
to
know?
care,
Like
right? Yeah, you have to care
it's
about the
like no
outcome.
one.
Yep.
Like that Spanish guy, like I know nothing about that guy except that he beat people up, you know?
Capuria.
Yeah. Like
He's one of the
and
more exciting guys too. Like he's one of the
yeah.
ones that they could potentially pay-per-view.
Yeah, like he's excellent in fighting. It was just like okay, I know nothing about him.
Yeah.
Like
And-
like he trains in some like silo. Like even the countdown looks so boring now, you know?
Yeah.
Like the count like there's no drama.
There's nothing and there's no drama. Like this is the thing about to me the fighting sports. Like you have to have build up. There has to be conflict. You have to have it doesn't have to be trash talk, but there has to be some you're invested in whether somebody wins or loses,
Yeah.
right? Like they originally you were invested or you could be invested because of styles. Like you wanted the kung fu fighter to win, or you wanted the wrestler to win, or you wanted the jujitsu guy to win because that's what you were training.
Yeah.
But now we've seen every matchup there is multiple times over. It's really not as interesting to look at a wrestler versus a striker with no wrestling defense.
Yeah.
It's just not. And then same way with like two wrestlers. That's not interesting to me either because they both end up standing and just doing very sloppy overhand rights. Like one overhand right after the next, winging it. And
Yeah.
we've seen them all. So it has to be personality driven, except UFC's model is to put on a fight card almost every week. And that
Yeah.
means it's really tough to keep up with people and personalities and understand the drama. It-
Yeah.
it's their
Because
model, you know?
it's like I think Paramount wanted something like WWE, and then they couldn't afford WWE at all. Not even a day of WWE, you know? So
Yeah.
then so then they got the who I mean they're in the same company and then they just try to be like, well, okay, UFC is kind of like that. It's owned by the entertainment. They're gonna make it entertaining and like they have no idea. Like I bet you the executive never even watched the UFC fight. Remember how like um when they just sold the company to WME
Yeah.
and they were like, okay, we're gonna watch this fight with Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey. And they're like, okay, this is our money maker. Having Ronda Rousey, she was doing a movie at the time, and she just got KO'd. And they were like, what the heck did we pay all this money for when the biggest star just got beat up like that?
Yeah.
It's not in the script at all.
And that's exactly part of the issue too. Like it's a great point you're making because it's not just that they have fights every weekend. it's like your best star has to fight 3 times a year. And in MMA, you can lose. You can lose anytime. It's not like boxing or WWE where it's rigged. And I say that loosely about boxing. I don't mean the boxing is rigged, but they're more careful with their star fighters, right? Like
Yeah.
they have to be because they understand our model is this guy's going to fight once a year, maybe twice, and I need them to win and kind of go up the ladder. I don't want to risk putting my star like Ronda Rousey in a bad style matchup. And Dana is like, F it, throw her in there. Because if she's gone, I don't care. I'll get another one. So,
Right.
like, their model is churn through fighters, make a star, kill a star, make a star, kill a star, make a star, kill a star. And they just feel like there's unlimited star potential. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't think there is, but what can you do? So, but the one thing that could pivot on is this White House angle, right? Like if they go full idiocracy and they really start doing pay-per-view cards, remember like they did that Fight Island over in Abu Dhabi during
Mhm.
COVID?
Yeah.
If they start having like White House events, that could be the pay-per-view. Like they do July 4th White House with fireworks and whatnot. Doesn't even matter who the fighters are, they just put on this pay-per-view Trump show. I mean, that could work. I could see that going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just,
It's entertainment. So like they've got to have an angle and it's not all fights. It's because the styles matter so much. If Izzy had fought against Kamzat,
yeah.
I mean, I think it still would have ended up the same because Adesanya is kind of older. He's a stand-up guy. Yeah, would have a similar time, hard time.
Yeah.
Um, but I think
It's
it
just
would have been
that
more
they try
entertaining.
to make things too fair, like the audience is like, I wouldn't want to see Izzy fighting. I can't even Kamjat. Like I would watch him fight like, okay, like MVP. That would be a good one. Like not every fight has to be about who's the best. Like we already know who's the best, and we don't care if, okay, you are less best when it comes to wrestling. I don't expect Izzy to, you know, to
Suddenly
to be
become a
good at
professional
wrestling.
wrestler,
Yeah, but
right?
I want to see him doing some of this stuff, and it puts less pressure on, yeah, on the champion. So I don't know. But it's like, yeah, it's a sport.
Yeah.
It's
It's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
The rules are sort of already geared towards wrestlers. Like it's always been funny to me how Cormier, a DC, will get so upset if somebody like grabs the fence. He'll start screaming, "He's grabbing the fence! He's grabbing the fence! You see that? He's grabbing the fence! He's cheating!" Meanwhile, DC stuck his finger up to the third knuckle in some guy's eye, and he's like, "Well, what can you do? I don't think you should take a point for that." It's like DC, you done poke the eye, like you get a free eye poke and a free nut shot, but you can't grab the fence.
And I hate like DC always try to be the teacher. Like, now this is when DDP needs to grab the wrist. I like, shut the fuck up. Like, no one cares about, okay, what is the next best move to get out of a certain position. Okay, like by that time, everyone's already drunk, falling asleep. Don't be talking about how DDP just doesn't have the fundamentals to get out of that position.
The
Like, who cares? I
that
don't
fight
care.
it's not good for him because he's friends with all of the Dagestani wrestlers. Like they're training in the same camp. I think the commentary has always suffered, but I don't need DC talking to me about the Dagestani wrestlers. Like, sorry, see. I don't need to see clips of him getting body slammed in the lobby of the hotel. I don't need to hear any fence grab, fence grab, fence grab. I don't need to see him working out on the treadmill with, like that's all right. I don't want to see any of that. Now I would like to see Topuria fight one of Islam. You brought him up earlier. Uh
Yeah.
Topuria, that'd be a huge fight. Him versus Islam, jump in weight classes. That could be another pay-per-view model.
Like, I only want to watch it if I do not want to watch it if it ends up to be like whatever that was last weekend. Like it
Yeah,
has to be like the fight with Connor and Khabib was looking back, that was an entertaining fight. It wasn't just all wrestling. There was some stand up like
Khabib caught him one time with that overhand.
yeah,
Yeah,
like so that fight wasn't as big of a wrestle fuck
yeah.
as so.
Yeah, and there was drama there too. So there was tension. There was like no drama with Chimaev. It was like everybody was being real polite and friendly, like they were going out to the same club after. And it was like no drama and the 5 rounds of the same thing. Immediate takedown, sit on top, and then take no risk to throw any kind of like ground and pound.
Yeah.
Like, Chimaev could have taken him down anytime he wanted, and I
Yeah.
don't really blame him for not trying, but he didn't try to finish. He just
Yeah,
wanted to
he
be on
didn't.
points.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, he didn't. He was kind of chilling.
Yeah, there should be a way to like throw some kind of like soccer thing where it's like, hey, if this is happening, we can just end it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean the ref should stand them up, and I don't give a. I'm no longer a fan of. Well, you have a dominant position, so you cannot stand them up. No, like just because you're in a dominant position, you got to do something with it. I don't care if like I'm not the fan of. Well, you have to get out of it on your own. Like you're in the middle of the ring, and then you're trying to tell that guy to get out when he's been sitting around for three rounds. It's like some of these old rules just need to go away.
yeah. Now some every once in a while it comes up that people say you could just make it one long 25-minute fight. And even that is more entertaining than what we saw because 5 rounds of 5 minutes, you get to rest like in the middle, 1 minute in the after the five. So I would rather watch him like cut 5 minutes off my viewing time and just let him go for 25 minutes. And maybe Chimaev gets tired. Maybe the person on top wrestling gets tired and can't, train for that long. But anyway, whatever. Um, there were two spinning back elbows. Did you see those?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm gonna start
I
training that move in my fight day.
yeah, the whole spinning, yeah, that was connecting all night.
Yeah, I might have to watch the videos again to see
And it
what.
was so violent, like the way they connected. I've never you rarely see one just connect and it just shuts the dude's lights up. Like the one I remember was the Korean zombie, like last second.
Oh yeah,
He got he got spinning
oh,
elbowed
man,
right
he
in the
was
dome
winning
and
that. Yeah, he was winning that fight too, and it was what was the guy's name? I forget the guy's name who beat him, but
yeah,
he was
there's some
good.
Mexican guy.
Yeah, he was good, and he ended up um fighting more after that. But Zombie was winning, and then he just got caught at the last possible second on that spin. But
Yeah.
I think that's why we're seeing it because so many of the fighters that are stand up are just aggression. It's like they want want to control the ring. They get right in your face and they walk forward. And we talked about this one of the other episodes. Like if you meet the person walking forward, they run into your fist. Um, so when somebody's coming in charging, you spin on them, they would just basically run into your elbow. Plus, you get the force of the elbow spin. It's a
Yeah.
good move.
Yeah. I felt like Korean Zombie a little too Asian in his mentality.
Yeah, I think the zombie nickname hurt him a little.
Yeah. Like he
A
he
little bit, a
tried to
little too aggressive.
right. Like he's not a zombie. He's like a nice dude. But he was like, no, I need to because someone gave me the Korean zombie name and like a good Asian boy just stuck to it.
Yeah. And And like he was famous from those fights early when he would take all the punishment and could still keep coming. But I still I wanted to see him like take it to the next level and
Yeah.
like back off because like at the highest level you have to be smarter. That's what I like to see is like somebody changes it up a little bit. So you draw somebody else's aggression and then you counter it. But Zombie, no, he just put on a show. I liked him, Meg. He's a good guy, like you said.
Yeah.
So how's the job hunt going these days?
Man, job hunting is it's very different. Like I said, it's right now and it's such an interesting thing that because because of this AI thing, it's creating a lot of work for everyone, include on both sides, trying to find the right candidate for the right job. So on my end, I have to make sure my resume passed through the AI because AI now is the one that's kind of connecting both of them, both sides to be like, okay, this is a good candidate. So I have to make sure my resume passes the AI. And second, from the other end, as a recruiter, they they have no idea what's a good resume anymore because they just get thousands of resume. I was talking to uh like um like a career recruiting coach thing that they assign me from the layoff.
Yeah.
They were saying like if you're looking at like an sh on-site role, you're looking at 1,000 to 2,000 resumes. And they know like out of this 1,000 to 2,000, only about like 20 that that is somewhat good. And you don't know where how to even find this 20. So then you end up relying on AI to tell you, okay, this is the top 20. And then they talk to the people and they're like, oh my God, you're nothing like this customized AI resume that you submitted. Right. So from a recruiter side, the people doing the work, they're overwhelmed. They're almost not even using the resumes now. They're going directly to LinkedIn to look into LinkedIn to see what's a good candidate to reach out to their way. And
Yep.
and
Notice that
when
too. I get a
they
lot of more recruiters looking at my LinkedIn than I do
yeah,
anything else.
so and uh and even when they go through the interviews, a lot of people are not even looking for jobs. It's just who can write the best GitHub to to submit resumes to do interviews. Because in the end, like there's several ones that okay, they find a resume. I mean, they find a candidate they make it an offer, and then the candidate is like, oh no, thank you. Yeah. So and then the job is open again, and back to looking at it. So it's crazy how initially you think, okay, AI will help me make my resume better. But then now it's AI is it's breaking this whole recruiting process
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. I mean, I'm glad you brought this up because I did this little AI rant yesterday. It was like a mini mic rant. And what you're saying is consistent with how I see it. I don't like generative AI. It's not very good for many things. It seems promising at first, but then like this, you always make more work than you help. Like, and so on your side, I use this example. If you're writing an email, you can use generative AI to help you write the email. And most people are kind of lazy anyway, so you're going to just skim this email. You're not even you're just going to automatically generate it with a little, you know, context string, prompt that you've created and used a bunch of times before, only change somebody's name or something. And then it's going to send out this email. On the other side, the person's going to get the emails, have so many of them now because people are writing more emails because, hey, we're using AI all the time. they're going to automatically summarize their emails with AI. So you've got AI on both sides of the equation. It always messes up. So somebody at some point has to review it carefully to see if there's an error, a hallucination. And if you don't, you just have this two-sided problem of AI and AI. And
Right.
then you do a runaround. Like I might have sent you the email and you summarized it with AI, but why did I even send it? Because you ended up texting me to find out what was going on anyway. And the email nobody even needed. So
Yeah.
I see it with this as well. Like it seemed promising, probably to whoever was in HR, that they were gonna, use this magic AI thing. But it's just created like a far worse system.
Yeah, like I it's like the leap that technology company always make to to sell that vision, that's like tripping everyone up. Like okay, just because an AI can help me make my resume look better and I don't have any grammar mistakes, it doesn't mean that that can lead into AI be able to find the top 20 candidates out of 1,000. Like like those two, like yes, you can have a demo to show, oh, hey, look at this. I can make your resume from this to this, right? You can make a demo to that. But how do you then say, well, then I can also do the filtering because that, like, and people believe it, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's demoware. You're exactly right. Like that's what so much of this hype has been about. It's been people claiming the next great iteration is coming. You need to get on board or you're going to miss out. So fear of missing out. AI is used with terms like, science fiction. Like when you say I've got AI, then you're thinking, oh, it's like it works, but it doesn't work. You have to implement this into your business workflow, have a person in the loop that can monitor and do continuous evaluation so that you get metrics on whether it's working and where it's failing. And if you don't have a system like that, or you don't understand how the tech works under the hood, all the projects are just, they're not going
Yeah.
to work.
Like as an employee, you don't want to get fired because AI fucked up, right?
Yeah. Right.
But then like does that mean I have to manage this AI? Like I am managing this AI just like I would manage anyone else. But this AI is not
Not
like
reliable. Not
talking
even,
to an AI, it's like trying to teach an AI anything. They're like, bitch, I don't know. Like, you
yeah.
ever try to tell AI not to do certain things? They're just like a first year analyst. They're like, oh, okay, sure, sure, boss. I'm not gonna do it. And then like 3 minutes later, oh, hey, I'm gonna write this thing. Just like you didn't even tell me. I'm like, bitch, I just told you. Like this email, like you know how the classic thing when you write email, like this M dash, you know
Yeah.
about the M dash?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like you tell them, okay, don't do M dash. Okay, great. From now on, I will no longer do M dash. 2 minutes later, M dash, M dash.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's because it doesn't work. And this is a hard, I think, a hard lesson that people are about to learn because we're in a bubble. The bubble is popping, but it's like the housing bubble when we all knew it was the housing bubble at some point. I mean, we used to talk about this all the time, but we knew it was a bubble back then at around 2006 for sure it was a bubble. But it wasn't until 2007 when it actually like exploded. And there were all these like little clues, and the little clues kept happening. And then somebody would say, oh, no, that little clue doesn't mean anything. Oh, no. So we're getting all these little clues now that are backing up what you're saying. Like this MIT study came out a few days ago. I don't know if you saw it, but essentially it was 95% of all AI projects at companies internally have failed. And the primary reason was what the thing I just said a minute ago is like you think AI is going to work, But actually, in order to implement it, you need in-house technical expertise to build it into a business workflow and then manage the workflow and do continuous improvements. So people aren't equipped to do that because they're thinking it's going to work. You can tell it what you're supposed to tell it, and it's not going to put in the M dashes. But that's it's just not true. It's you give it an input string, it gives you an output string. And
Yeah.
they tried to make it work a little bit better by letting that input string be really long.
It
And
doesn't have to be a code, like, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah. And then all these non-coders were like, oh shit, you telling me I can do this just by telling the AI?
yeah.
Like,
And it just doesn't work. It's doomed to failure. So the one I did yesterday was about the AWS exec did a couple of days ago said it's the dumbest thing he's ever heard to fire junior staff and try to replace it with AI. And I was like, yep, that's another clue. And he's right because it, your organization needs junior people with skills, and then you mentor them and kind of they grow up through the organization and they master their craft. The AI can't really do the stuff that they're claiming it can
oh
do.
man,
And
now you said that, I just remember this thing. So a couple weeks ago, my toilet broke, and I have one of these like smart toilets that kind of you know it's like a bidet and
yeah,
seat and it do the full thing, right? But somehow it's tankless, so the flush doesn't work. I
hmm,
call this reputable um, plumbing company in Chicago, like they call Four Seasons. Yeah, like a really good one. I
yeah,
called them and the AI picked up. I'm like, hi, how may I help you? I'm like, okay, I want to look at this toilet, but I want to make sure the first person who comes here, they know this toilet. It's like this model, this make and model, and don't send anyone unless you take this, like someone who has knowledge on it. And then obviously it's talking to AI because in the end they always end up, well, let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Let me know if there's anything I can help you. I'm like, okay, forget it. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna hang up. So I hung up. An hour later, a real person called me to say, hey, I I saw you talk to me. I saw you reached out. Do you need a plumbing? And I explained the whole thing again. And then they're like, okay, yeah, sure. We've sent someone over. So fast forward, someone came and the person was like, I have no idea how to work this toilet. I've never seen it. I don't know what it is. Oh, by the way, here's $85 to Zelle. You gotta pay because it's like a checkup. So I was pissed. I called him back a week later. I mean, I didn't want to fight with the plumbing because he was a little intimidating, so I just paid up. I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna
right,
call
right.
you. So, so I called back. I'm like, look, I told you that um, don't send someone over. And then the lady was like, oh, okay, let me listen to all the recordings that you somehow call me during the time.
Yeah,
And then he pulled out the one I talked to AI on, and then there was some other call. I'm like, no, those are not the right call where we discuss then coming in. So all this thing about me having multiple calls, them selling to this four-season company that, oh, you're gonna have an AI to pick up the first call, then we filter out to have specialized calls so the volume is down. And on top of that, we can record everything and summarize all the calls. After all this, they still fucked up. Like none of this, like people are just gonna fuck up and not listen to anyone. It doesn't matter if you got an AI. You just have another person reviewing all the calls you had in AI to to get to the beginning, which is sending someone who can help. Like that four-season company, they probably pay a shit ton of money to get AI to help them with filtering out plumbing calls. You know,
yep.
in the end, it doesn't even work. They just have a recording of the call.
I think that's what everybody right now is figuring out. In the end, this stuff just doesn't work. It's not ready for production.